What's up, Leo? Welcome to your May 2020 general reading. This is going to be your mid-month going into June. I hope that you guys are all doing very, very well. Quarantining okay out there, just killing it in whatever way you can, okay? Now this is going to be a general reading for you Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. This is definitely not going to resonate with all of you guys, so I would definitely suggest that you check out your Moon, your Rising, or your Venus to get a different message, or it could even kind of piggyback off of this. Who knows? And if you are interested in a personal reading, then you can always email me at shesbybetarot@gmail.com. Please go to my About tab before you do, though. I've got a menu of services, pricing, all of that. And so if you already kind of know what you want, it just makes the process a lot faster. I want to thank all of you guys for coming here. If you are new, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, hey, 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 hey. And please like, share, and subscribe so that everyone who needs to hear this message can, okay? It helps the video circulate. Okay, that felt like such a mouthful. Leo, May. Okay, so couple of things. Bottom of the deck right now, you guys have Hierophant. That is Taurus energy, which we are in Taurus energy right now. We will be going into Gemini energy just in a couple of days here. But Taurus, you know, the Hierophant is a very spiritual leader. It's very much about being a teacher, a leader, an example, something that, or someone that people look up to. It very much talks about government, institutions, groups, about finding your tribe, finding exactly where you are. For some of you guys, this could have to do with things popping up in your marriage or your romantic commitments. But this is about a lot of it where you guys commit yourself, right? Now I say that too because, well, first of all, you guys got, other than that major arcana, you have the Justice and the Magician card, and they're right side by side, so that's really, really beautiful. There's some type of payout that a lot of you guys are expecting to get, and I think that you're going to be getting some good news as it pertains to that. Justice is Libra energy, but it is the energy of not only, you know, finding justice in a situation. And one thing to be mindful of, justice does not, it's not like a personalized thing. It's not like, oh, this is my justice. No, justice is justice. Justice is this right? Okay, yeah, let's move forward in this kind of way. Like, justice is whoever deserves the justice, right? So if you're on the other end, then, you know, it is what it is. But outside of that, justice is very much about finding self. It's very much about, you know, coming into your own. You got the justice. This person holds a sword of truth, so it's about truth, finding out the truth. You notice that she's sitting in front of like a wall, like a veil that covering, that there's like, it's almost implying that there's secrets, things that we don't know yet. So I think this is a really good time where maybe some things are going to be uncovered for you guys. And also you got the Libra scale, so that's about finding balance, right? Finding balance in the situation that we are in right now. And I think a lot of you guys, that's what this justice has to do with, because you do have 10 of Wands coming up here. So I worry that a lot of you guys are taking on a lot at this time. It might be very hard to juggle the staying at home and then you become a new fucking teacher. You know what I mean? Like, I've become a first grade teacher, and I'm telling you, these teachers deserve so much more than what they get, because it's a lot. And that's just me with my one child that I absolutely love. I can't imagine a whole classroom full of kids that, you know, the feelings aren't the same. I don't know. It takes special people. And so almost stuff like that. Like, a lot of you guys could be taking on a lot more responsibilities now that we are in quarantine. It just feels like there's been a switch up, obviously. But I think things are going to be going really, really good. Magician energy is powerful in terms of being able to do anything. Now, another thing I want to really highlight in this reading is you guys got the King and Queen of Pentacles. So for a lot of you guys who are in relationships or in marriage, there's a lot of emphasis on your family, the dynamics, your home. Maybe some of you guys, even this could be where you live, which just could be stresses coming up, you know, about when in terms of that. Where you want to, you know, plant seed and grow your family, your legacy. This could have to do with kids and fertility, right? We've got the bunny rabbit, which talks about fertility and maybe wanting more children. Maybe some of you guys are finding out that you are pregnant, that type of thing. There's a lot going on about the home. And overall, I think things are actually really, really good for you, Leo. I just think that there are moments right now where you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed. Now, Three of Wands, a lot of you guys are waiting for something. There's been something that's been planned out, all the things, and you're just waiting for your ships to sell in. And I think that last month we talked about even like there was some really, really good news coming to you guys, and that could still be the case. Now you've got the Two of Swords here and then the Ten of Wands. There's something that's going on within you guys. It could be, again, based on your relationships, the way that you handle work, maybe even your daily routines, that it's just like there's something that you're not quite sure it's working for you, because what it's doing is it's causing a lot of overwhelm. I think a lot of people are taking on things that they just didn't imagine at this time, and so it could be a lot. I think, whew, look at that. Ten of Wands clarify the Three of Wands. Yeah, it feels like there's something that you guys have been waiting for, and it feels like it hadn't come fast enough, but Wheel of Fortune right underneath that, King of Pentacles right underneath that. So especially those of you guys who are waiting on some type of a promotion, maybe some money. I think there's a good chance a lot of you guys will get a certain type of a payout. Even if there's been like a settlement or something that you guys were in, that you were waiting for that to come through. It feels like this is, you guys are going to be hearing about this month. Now, Two of Swords, interesting because it is air energy, right? And look, you got the Queen of Pentacles coming out again. So you got Queen of Pentacles twice, Ten of Wands twice. A lot of you guys, this has to do with the stress of just, again, it feels like your everyday life, your everyday responsibilities to your wife, to your husband, to your kids, to your home, right? And it's interesting because I was talking to someone and they were like, man, it's so crazy. Like, in theory, like we have all this time, but it almost feels like we don't, because our routines are so different now. And like just getting into a different routine is a lot. And going about things differently is just a lot. You know what I mean? Like things are just different. But Two of Swords. I really wanted to talk about that because that's really poking out to me. And actually, when I first laid out those cards, I was really stuck on that card. Two of Swords is air energy, so it's all about our thoughts, how we process them, right? This is about being kind of stuck in the middle, stuck in between, you know, do I go this way or this way? Do I handle this situation this way or that way? But this also, even though it is air sign energy, so it's all about thoughts, it also has a lot to do with our emotions around the thought of something. Now, and I say that because there's this big, vast ocean behind her, and water is all about emotion. And you can see here at the edge, there's some waves even being kicked up, right? But this person doesn't have the ability, or they aren't using that power in order to fix the situation, right? Like they're stuck in their head, they're stuck in their thoughts. They can't see anything clearly. Their heart is crossed and blocked off, right? That chakra. They're not looking at their emotions for something. And you know, it's funny, we're gonna have that new moon in Gemini, which, look at this little moon here, happening I think on Friday, the 22nd, I believe. And what that's going to do, especially like this moon happening in Gemini, is it's going to change the way we think about certain things, and it could be connected to relationships too, or just how we do them. And I say that too because we also have Venus is retrograde in Gemini. So Venus, the planet of love, art, beauty, all of that, that is Taurus ruled, Libra ruled energy. But there's a lot of changes that are going to be happening within people's relationships, how they view relationships, how they show up in their relationships. And then for you guys, having this clarified by the Queen of Pentacles, that's Taurus, Virgo, what's the other one? Capricorn energy. There's a lot of indecision, it feels like, with a lot of you guys surrounding your home. Now, it doesn't necessarily have to be relationships, but this could be, again, just even your daily routine, how you do things. Like for some of you guys, it might be a great time to start a morning routine. You know, to have your like first 10 minutes devoted to certain things. Maybe, you know, make sure you're not looking at your phone right when you wake up, and like maybe starting your day out with some tea and meditation, or a couple little yoga stretches or something like that. I think that, guys, that will really help you guys. But there's a lot of you guys being stuck in your head right now, when what you really need to find is the balance of the thought and the emotion. Okay. And understand that a lot of times our thoughts affect our emotions. So if we're stuck thinking about something that's just so damn stupid, right? So damn stressful, we eventually start to feel like shit, right? So It's just something I want you guys to be mindful of, because I still feel like you guys have great things coming towards you. And I feel like whatever this is that you're stuck on, there's a solution somewhere right around you. And it could just be for you to kind of take a little bit more time for you. It could be just for you to kind of relax a little bit. It could be for you to just, you know, when you're feeling stressed about certain things, find the gratitude in every situation. That way you're able to continue to go on. When I'm stressed about, you know, the things that I don't have, I have to immediately kind of like, okay, bitch, like you might not have this, but you have this, that, this, that, this, that, this, that. Like you are blessed beyond measure. And so I think that's a lot of, you know, that has a lot to do with it. For others of you, if you're taking on too much, especially things that don't belong to you, this is a time where things are going to start to balance out. There's a lot of earth energy. So I don't know if you guys are dealing with earth sign individuals, but I do feel like a lot of this just has to do with your overall, like your lifestyle, your everyday, your health, your stability. I think a lot of you guys too, especially in terms of health, if you've been feeling like, oof, you know, some of us are gaining weight, some of us are just like not moving the same. I think this is a time that a lot of you guys are going to be feeling like you want to get out there a little bit more, get in nature, maybe take more walks with the family. And I think that alone will help you feel a lot better. There's movement that needs to happen. Yeah. And I think it'll shift things. Also, if you guys are feeling particularly stuck, what I like to do a lot of times when I'm feeling stuck is I'll shift something around in my space. Sometimes stuck energy comes from the things around you. So sometimes like even adding a plant or switching this end table to that side or doing, you know, certain things will kind of help the space feel like it flows a little better. That's something to consider. But I do feel like you guys will be finding balance in the situation. But I will say, if there's anything that you guys are taking on that does not belong to you, this 10 of Wands is telling on you. And you got 10 of Wands twice. This is time to delegate. This is time to kind of, you know, prioritize what is actually important on this list of all these things that you feel like you have to and need to do. And how do you want to handle that? Also, what Gemini, this new moon, Gemini, what that's really your like 11th house. So friendships, there might be something going on in your friendships right now. Like some of you guys might be looking at your friendships differently. Some of you guys might have people, like I don't know about you guys, but it makes me so sad to say. There's people that now that this whole thing has gone on, I'm kind of looking at them like, bitch, I don't think I can like really deal with you when things get back normal again, right? Just because certain things don't align with me anymore, either anymore, or maybe I just wasn't fully aware or wasn't awake, whatever it is. So for some of you guys, it could be something like that. Okay. Now, Queen of Pentacles, Justice, and Magician. Love this row. These are all powerful cards. Queen of Pentacles is actually in your environment. Again, a lot of you guys might be dealing with earth sign energy, but really, I think this is you guys really tackling the things that you need to tackle for you and your home and your stability and your mind and all that. A lot of us are going back to simpler ways, learning how to do things on our own, right? Because we've had to spend these last couple of months figuring shit out. We don't have the necessity of, or, you know, we don't have the luxury of going into certain places. 10 of Swords. Ten of Swords is an ending. And Ten of Swords to me is always like, I don't ever feel like it's in the present. I feel like it's I feel like it's like the after effect of something that's happened, right? An ending and a new beginning. I just feel like there's something really around your home that you guys are changing that's going to change everything. Wheel of Fortune. Yes. The wheel always spins in our favor. The Wheel of Fortune's all about that karmic timing too. Fixed sign energies here. So Aquarius, Leo, who are the other ones? Scorpio, Taurus. I just feel like there's going to be an end to how you guys are doing something. This doesn't feel like it's like the end of like necessarily a relationship, which some of you guys it might be. But I just feel like there's an end of how you guys are handling certain things that actually works in your favor. Death. Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with a Scorpio. Feeling Scorpio, and I'm feeling air. A lot of air. Or earth. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck right now. So that's all about your abundance, right? So an abundance comes in many forms, not just money. It's your relationships with people, it's your happiness, it's your all your things, your health. There is an end to a situation that brings light to a new, or that, you know, that kind of helps you guys to move forward in a new way. I don't know. It just feels like whatever you guys are owed, you're finally going to get. I feel like you guys are finally stepping into your blessing. But also this indicates that there's been a huge transformation with a lot of you guys, just as individuals, just in how you feel, just how you see yourself, how you see the world. Right? Again, I think that a lot of you guys are making life shifts in terms of, it just feels like with all these pentacles too, getting your stuff in order, your money in order, your health in order. Health feels like a big thing for you guys right now. So a lot of you guys have started new practices and you're going to feel great. You're going to feel lighter. It's going to make you feel, first of all, you know, we know when we work out, that kind of helps with stress, anxiety, staying active is all good. 3 of Swords and the Magician. Now, this concerns me a touch because the Magician, while the Magician is capable of everything and they've got so many talents and so many, you know, they've got all the tools in their belt to do all the things, they can also be someone who's great at manipulating or gaslighting, or like this could be someone who's lying on you, playing tricks on you, right? Because the 3 of Swords is showing up here. That's the only reason why I say it. You know, cards mean multiple things, and depending on what they're with, it makes a difference. Now, Magician energy is typically Gemini. Virgo does not have to be, but I don't know. And this sitting with the Justice card and the Death, if there was a situation, Leo, where you guys were either lied on or betrayed or someone took from you, you know what's interesting is while I said you guys have this sense where everything is kind of transforming with, you know, that Death card, I think that you guys are coming into a place where, and it's uncomfortable. And maybe that's what this 2 of Swords could be about too. It's about having compassion even for people who have hurt you or have not showed you their best side of you. You've got the King of Cups here sitting at the bottom of the deck right now. And the King of Cups is emotionally intelligent. He rides the wave. He's very compassionate. He's very kind to all, even if you're not his person like that, right? There just feels like there's a situation too, like let's say if there's something you guys are waiting for, a payout or something, an apology, the truth, even in your hurt, or even in your disgust, or even in your irritation for this person because you feel like maybe they could be or could have been manipulating you or lying to you. I don't know. I just still feel like you guys still find compassion in it and in them or for them, right? It's like, you know, when you see someone who's so messed up, it's like, even if they did something that kind of messes you up, you almost feel bad. Like, oh, this person must be just in a bad way. Like they must not feel good about themselves if this is how they do people, or if this is how they would treat me, or if this is how they are, right? So it's almost like you guys are able to find compassion in it. And maybe that has to do with this 10 of Wands too. Like dropping any anger, dropping anything that just, it doesn't even fucking matter, right? Because I think for the most part, you guys are going to be feeling so good about yourself and feeling so much more balanced and empowered. And I think a lot of you guys are working on yourselves in such a way that you don't like to wish anything bad on anybody or to even have those bad thoughts or anything. It's counterproductive. It's just 100% counterproductive for anything that you're trying to do, right? Now, Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Wands, and King of Pentacles, that is what is sitting in your, this is like extra cards for like added messages. 7 and 7. Yeah, so it's obvious that you guys have been working towards something. This something is something that requires patience. Some of you guys may have been waiting to hear a word from somebody, get a verdict on something, get the truth from something. Again, there's a lot of air energy. So Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. 7 of Wands. 7 of Wands is a very defensive energy, right? This is someone who feels like they're basically being put up against a wall, like they're being ganged up on, like everyone's just kind of attacking them, so they're having to stand their ground. Now, the 8 of Pentacles, clarifying it, this is about you guys doing work on you. Like, yes, 8 of Pentacles is about doing great work and finding success and elevating in that way also. But, you know, he is by himself and he is working on his craft. And I think with that, like, this has a lot to do with working on you guys. So instead of like having this energy of being defensive, wanting to fight everybody who's coming at you or has something to say, really, I think this time is like you guys are really stepping into this place where you have way more compassion for things and you're just like, no, I don't even need to. There's a lot of beautiful work being done. 5 of Cups, clarifying the King of Pentacles. Whew, Lovers at the bottom. Fool. This is for a very small amount of you. But if there was someone that you were dealing with, especially if this is someone that you shared space with, like say you, this doesn't feel like recent, like this doesn't feel like this was within the next month, last month, but I don't know, shit, it could be, everyone's on their own timelines. But if there was someone close to you that you maybe shared space with, maybe you guys lived with and you haven't heard from them in a while, I almost feels like that energy is kind of coming back. You guys are thinking about them a lot. Venus is going Venus is retrograde, okay? And anytime a planet is retrograde, it's always a moment to revise, rethink, reconsider, all the re's. So just be prepared for that. Especially because you do have the Lovers here at the bottom right here. So maybe you guys will be having to make a choice about something pertaining to this going forward. Now, for your Oracle cards, you got 2 that came out. We'll take them both. Savings and pay yourself first, okay? So savings says, as you consistently save for your future is saved. You do your future self a big favor as you consistently set aside present funds. This is part of your self-care and path to feeling secure as you focus upon your life purpose. And then pay yourself first is make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So money. There's a lot of pentacles here, right? This is a good time to be saving. Please don't be on Amazon ordering up everything like I am. You guys need to be saving. I don't know. There feels like there's a move going on too. And maybe that's what you guys could be worried about and like just hoping that nothing gets in the way of or like slows down the process of what you've already had planned. Like if you guys are planning on moving around this time, but now everything's kind of crazy. And so like it could be around that. There's a lot of focus on home. And just a lot of focus on your transformation. You guys are going to come out of this whole situation so much stronger and like better people for it. All right. And then 2 fell out here too with the Oracle of the Romance Angels. You got honeymoon, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together and express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Take these as it resonates. Some of you guys really just need a break. right? You really need a break. And you'll get that break. Even if it's just you guys can carve out a little bit of time for you to just like go in your own room or like go take a walk. That's really important. Again, I want a lot of you guys to be considering starting a new morning routine, because I think if you guys start your day with a certain intention, I think that you guys will start to feel so much better, so much lighter. Express your love. Again, there's a lot to be said about home right now. And so if you guys are having disagreements with your lovers about the way things are, or feeling a little confused as to what is going on, this would be a great time to communicate, and that Gemini energy will help you in doing so, right? So I think really fall into that this month, and I think you'll be okay. So I love you guys, and I want to thank you for coming and listening, and I'll see you in June. Bye.